We are super good. It's so nice to see you again. How are you doing?
Yes, after I think a year or something, we've talked last time,
Yeah,
maybe when I went to Miss Supra. I don't remember if we met before I went to Miss Earth because it was very short, but maybe we did. Maybe we did.
yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Perfect. Third time. Third
Yeah,
time's a
that's,
charm.
oh my gosh. So this year, third time is a charm, and I'm super glad that we got this chance again to talk to you.
Mhm.
And for those who don't know that, Elizabeth is our favorite queen from Belgium, and it's always lovely talking to her. So yeah, it's so nice to see you again. I hope you're doing well.
Thank you. It's an honor. I always love having our conversations before a big pageant, so this is perfect before Miss International this year.
Exactly. And I really want to ask you this question because one of my teammates was saying this thing to me that now because Elizabeth is participating at Miss International, so you have to, take interview of hers, and because you are our lucky charm whenever we take live interviews, let me tell you this thing.
Thank you for saying
So,
that.
like we were really waiting for this interview specifically.
Yes, I saw that I was in your top two favorites for Miss International alongside Miss India, and I was so honored that you are helping a girl from Belgium like be put on the pageant map. So thank you for the support. I really appreciate.
It's our honor. So let's start the live, and we have received questions for this live, and we have shortlisted few questions out of them. But my very first question is that because you have been doing lots of fashion shows in the last couple of months, or I would say years, so how has it been for you? Like, what has been the experience for you?
I feel like this is it. So I've been to Miss International, I've been to Miss Earth before, but this time it's a bit different. I used to live in Tokyo, Japan, so for me it's extra special to compete at Miss International in my second home, literally. So I'm very
Yeah.
excited, and I feel more at ease now because I know the drill. It's the third time this time, so I'm really excited, and I'm happy to be back on the pageant stage this year.
Excitement is valid, and because Miss International is such a big fashion, and again, to
Yes.
put on the sash of a country across your chest and to be called by your country's name, it's a huge thing. So yeah, kudos
Mhm.
to you for that, and we are so excited for your journey.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I really like being able to share the excitement and the anticipation because it's always a big event every year, and being part of it is a huge honor and responsibility also, for sure.
Exactly, exactly. So let's begin. Let's begin the questions. So our very first question is that how will you introduce yourself to the international audience?
So, hi everyone. This is Elizabeth Victoria Raska, your Miss International Belgium 2025. I'm a model, I'm an economist, and a figure skater, and I advocate for financial literacy. And I'm really excited to represent the land of chocolates and waffles at Miss International this year.
That's an amazing introduction. And for those who don't know that, I have seen her skating videos, figure skating videos. And when I saw those videos, I was super amazed with those. Like it's a skill that I always wanted to have, but in India it's not that prevalent and popular. Yeah, so again, congratulations for your amazing skills that you have.
Thank you. I need to go back this week to do some more content and to share more about it. But yeah, it's really a sport that I enjoy, and I'm really happy that you enjoy it too. So thank you for that.
It's a pleasure. So before the competition starts, so have you talked to your fellow contestants so far? Have you find your best friends from Miss International Batch this year?
Yes, I really like Miss International Japan. I reached out to her and I told her that I used to go to university in Tokyo and that I do speak some Japanese. So she's very excited to help me practice Japanese and for me to help her practice English together. Really excited to meet her in person.
That's an amazing thing. And I always say this thing that pageantry gives you lifetime friendship. The friendship that you get from
Yes,
pageants, it's an amazing asset. And I hope that this time from Miss International batch, you will get friendship and of course the Miss International crown. Like as
for
per I
sure,
believe.
for sure. Well, thank you. For sure, I hope to get some nice international friendships and maybe the crown. We are aiming to put Belgium on the Miss International map for the first time ever. So we will see how it goes, but I will try my best. You know me now.
Yeah, and it will definitely go well. And you have done so much so far now, and your experience in pageantry will definitely help you to excel in the competition. And we are so excited for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So because you're going to Tokyo, Japan, so you must be having some favorite list of favorite food in Japan. So
Yes.
share those lists
So
with us
there's
with us.
So of course everyone knows sushi, which in Japan
Yeah.
is unmatched. I used to eat them almost every day after class whenever I would come back from university because it was so easy and the food there is very healthy. So you can just eat out every day and you will be fine. And I have a lot of favorite restaurants in Tokyo that I used to go to all the time. So we will see if we have time or if I can go there with, Miss International friends. But yeah, sushi for sure. Some mochi, a little Japanese dessert, matcha. I'm obsessed with matcha tea. So those are like my top picks for a Japan journey.
That's amazing. Though I have not tried the authentic sushi from Japan, but in India it's also available, and I have tasted that, and I really want to now taste the authentic sushi from Japan. It's
Yeah, you have
amazing.
to. I really
Yeah,
recommend everyone to visit Japan at least once in their lives, especially in the spring, when the cherry blossoms are coming out. I think it's a very nice period. Not too many tourists yet. It's not too hot or the rainy season that starts in June. So I think going there around April to try to see the cherry blossoms and the nice climate, I think it's the perfect recommendation for you. So for everyone that wants to go, I recommend the spring.
that would be definitely an amazing experience, and we really want to explore that. But besides that, someone is asking that, do you love Indian food? Like, have you tasted any sort of Indian food so far?
Yes, I do actually enjoy Indian food because there's a lot of vegan options in vegan foods and vegan restaurants. When I'm looking for vegan restaurants, I often see Indian recommendations. So I do appreciate it. I'm dairy free. I don't eat any dairy, so I always go for vegan things because they don't have dairy for sure. So yeah, a lot of Indian places are lifesavers, especially abroad, because there's vegan options for me. So I really enjoy.
I definitely agree with that because with my experience, one of my friends who is a former Miss World Finland, when she was in India, so she also wanted to have some vegan options, and she thought that it's difficult to find vegan options in India. But I was like, it's very easy for you, so I can recommend you some restaurants and the places, and she was so happy with that. So yeah,
For sure.
we do have some vegan options, and that's amazing.
Yes, it comes very handy abroad.
All right. So moving on to the next question. Miss International again is a big pageant. So how's the preparation going for the Miss International competition?
So now I have a very different approach. I used to be very stressed out, very in my head, very anxious about preparation and getting every single detail perfect. And now that I'm doing this for the third time, I have a bit of a different strategy. I know what works, what doesn't, what I want to do, what I want to work on. And for me, it's all building on top of my past experiences, tailoring a bit my branding and my walk to the Miss International brand, but at the same time, I want it to be me. And so we have a bit of a different approach, but we're still trying to make it work. So it's intense because it always is. It's a big four pageant, of course, but now it's
Yeah,
more tailored towards me and what I enjoy doing and what I want to present myself as in this competition. So it's a bit different this time.
it should be. And again, from your previous pageants, you must have learned some lessons, the
Yes. Yeah.
strategies, how it should work, because you are competing. Of course, friendship is there. Of course, womanhood is there, sisterhood is there. But again, it's a competition and everyone wants to
Yeah.
win, right? So you must have learned something. And to be precise with that, your journey reminds me the journey of a former Miss International winner, right?
Hmm.
So she was from Germany. I think she won in 2022, I guess.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
sure about it.
Dazzling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your journey reminds a lot about her journey as well. And when we were discussing about this interview with my team, so all of my team members were saying this thing that if history is going to repeat itself, and because this year it's a lucky year for those women who have competed in several pageants. So if history is going to repeat this year, Elizabeth might win the crown. I mean, it would be fantastic to have that.
Hopefully. Yes, I really strongly believe in what Catriona Gray said about this, that
Yeah.
rejection is just a redirection towards something better, that you are never denied on your path, you're just redirected towards something that fits you better. And I wholeheartedly believe that. And I am honored enough that I was chosen as the representative for Belgium for Miss Earth and for Miss Supranational. But now that I get this opportunity again, I'm always honored to have the Belgium sash across my chest. But now I think maybe I found the right path. I found something that is more meant for me, and we will
Yeah.
see. I think this is a good fit for many different reasons. But yeah, I really believe in never giving up. I learned that from figure skating to always get back on your feet whenever you're knocked down. And
Yeah.
I really believe in never giving up, always taking more chances and opportunities and learning from your past mistakes for sure.
That's so well said, and we all should learn from our mistakes and from our experiences. Like me, also have competed in so many competitions in my school and college life, and I have lost several times. Like there was a college intercontinental debate competition in our college,
Mhm.
and we were supposed to represent our college, but I could not make it like in the four times. Like I was not even qualified for that round. So I tried for the fifth time, and luckily I got the chance to represent my college in those debate competitions. So
Mhm.
that day I learned, and as you said as well, that we should never give up, and whatever is happening, it's happening for a reason, and we are always
Yes,
redirected, as you said. So well said.
exactly.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to next question. Talking about preparations again. Evening gown is a very important round at Miss International or in any pageant. So have you shortlisted your evening gown? Because the pageant fans are always interested about the evening gown for all the queens.
Mhm.
So have you
Of
shortlisted
course.
the gowns?
So we are working on them. They're getting made right now. So it's very exciting because it's also a different approach from before. I wanted it to be me to represent my aura, a bit of who I am, and at the same time to represent the Miss International organization. So I don't want to spoil anything, but you can see for sure a lot of pearls. It's a very Miss International type of material that they love. So a lot of pearls. That's all I'm going to say right now.
All right. We got the hint. We can imagine now.
For sure. For sure. But
All
pearls
right.
it is,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. As per the Miss International prototype, I think pearls would definitely work for the evening gown segment. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's a good strategy.
Yes, I'm sure. I've thought about it for a long time with my team and everything, and it's a very obvious thing. We'll see a bit how the designs and the vision comes to life, but I really trust the people that I work with, and I
Yeah.
trust that they want the best for me and that we made the right choice. So we will see. We will see. I don't want to spoil anything yet. We still have 2 months to go.
Yeah, I mean, but you still have 2 months to go, but you will never even imagine that how the time will be coming and approaching to you for the Miss International competition. Like it just flies by quickly.
Yes, so quickly. It's crazy. I feel like I competed at Miss Earth yesterday. I can't believe I'm a year later. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But it would be amazing and worth waiting. And I always say this thing because now I think when I was calculating the numbers, I think this is my around um, 55th or 56th live interview so far.
Wow.
Like when I
Wow.
till the time we open Glamour of Pageants. So one thing that when I always get excited about the fact is that the excitement on the faces of the queens and the kings whenever they say that I'm going to represent my country internationally, and seeing their excitement, I feel happy because it's a
Mhm.
big honor, it's a big responsibility to put on the sash of your country across your chest and to be called by your country's name. And just imagine that internationally, you are not going to be called by your name, you will be called by your country's name, and
Yes.
that feeling is like it's amazing feeling. And with that said, lots of pressure also comes. So how are you handling that pressure? Like that pressure plus responsibility.
I agree. You really have a very good, valid point there that we are representing more than ourselves. We are representing a country. And
Yeah,
it's very different from modeling because in modeling, anybody can be a model and everyone can call themselves a model. There's thousands and thousands of models in the world, but a Miss International Belgium, a Miss Earth Belgium, a Miss Supranational Belgium, there's only one a year, and that person can only be the person with the title, and in this case it's me. So I am the only Miss International Belgium for the year 2025. I am the one representing the country of Belgium on the Miss International stage. So it's a huge honor to be able to have my name associated with such a big international platform, and I dreamt of it for such a long time. And I can't believe that back in 2021, my younger self wanted to one day go to Miss Earth or Miss International and didn't know how to go about it. And I would love to talk to her and tell her like we made it. Like I'm going to Miss International. I went to Miss Earth already. It's pressure, but it's excitement, and I know that I can do my best, and I will do my best to represent my country with pride. And I don't feel the pressure as much this year. I used to feel it a lot in back in 2024, but this year I'm like I got this. I know what I'm doing. I know where I'm going, and I want to enjoy the experience. So it's more excitement than nerves and pressure, honestly.
that's so well said. And my mom always said this thing to me that because whenever I discuss about pageants to her, and she always says this thing to me that everyone can be an individual, but everyone cannot be a representative. It takes
Oh
a lot.
wow.
It takes a lot to be a representative of a group, maybe of a clan, of a family, or of a small state, or even of a whole country. So
Mhm.
rightly said about you that it's a big thing, and I think we should enjoy the time as you're saying, because taking worries would only ruin the journey. But now you are prepared, now you are free of mind. So yeah, it's fantastic to enjoy the journey.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I will do. I will. I will.
Exactly. And we are so excited about it. Like, I hope to watch Miss International live one day. I think this year is not going to be possible, but maybe
Yeah.
next year. Next year, when you will be having your farewell walk as Miss International, that would be amazing.
We'll see. I did. One of my closest friends participated in Miss International in 2023. Miss International Canada, Melanie Renault. I think I mention her in every interview that I do because she's such a big supporter in my journey and helps me prepare so much. But Miss International Canada 2023, Melanie, I watched it live when she competed at Miss International. And I had the opportunity to watch it live before, because before I just watched the replay, but that time I watched it live. And I think it was maybe a Saturday, and I just had my computer, and my mom was watching it on her computer as well, and we were there to support her and to be there for her. And now we are reversing the roles. She's supporting me, and I'm learning from her experience. So Miss International is really a sisterhood, and any pageant really is. You meet so many amazing people, and you're there for each other. You help prepare for different systems. So I'm really grateful for this platform for sure.
That's so sweet and amazing of her. And now you said that, the roles have been reversed. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that is the beauty of pageantry and friendship. They are always there to support and cheer for you. That's so amazing.
Yeah, I my from my year, Miss International Hong Kong is now Miss Grand Hong Kong, Joanne Ma, and I'm helping her, in her journey towards Miss Grand. She's competing right before me, so it's really nice to like compete, like to not compare each other, but to support each other, to help each other, to ask for
Yeah.
advice from your friends that are maybe a bit more objective than you could be for yourself. So it's really a nice sisterhood, and when you find your people, it's incredible to share this journey with them.
Yeah. I always believe this thing that when you find your people, you find your destiny and goals. Because
That's true.
their support means a lot, and there
Hmm.
are so many paths on life where you can't walk alone. You
Yeah.
need support from the people, or at least appreciation from the people. So yeah, and I'm so happy that you have the right people around you, because that's very important.
I agree. Every person that walks into your life is either a friend or a lesson. And I really believe in that. So if someone doesn't end up becoming your friend, it's a lesson that you learn. It's something that teaches you something in your life, or maybe you make a friend for life. So I really wholeheartedly agree with that. And I'm really grateful for my friends and my support system.
That's so true. And for those who don't know, I really want to mention this thing. During the in the past few months, there lots of things were happening in India because of the war and all the situations.
Hmm.
So she was the first one from the pageant community who messaged us. So we really want to thank you for that, because I shared that message with my mom as well, and she was so happy seeing that. So again, thank you so much for sharing your love to us and to India, and it means a lot to us.
Of course, of course. For me, it's very important, especially as a public figure, as a pageant person, and just as a human being, to
Yeah.
care for people and to make sure that they're safe when there's things going on. And you were really in that country when it happened, so I had to make sure to check in and to know that everything was fine, that you were safe, that everybody in the team is all right. And so for me, it's very natural to do so.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So moving on to the next question.
Mhm.
So I really want to ask you this question because Miss International is a big pageant and you are competing and representing a beautiful country in that. So if you win Miss International, so for what social cause you will work throughout your reign?
Mhm. So the Miss International organization is very intertwined with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. And over a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I started my own financial literacy advocacy. It's called Money with Ellie, and I share free financial education resources for women. And so I would actually continue my work in that, something that I've started for almost 2 years now and that I'm very passionate about, but on a bigger scale. Because with the Miss International title, you don't get a voice. I think that every woman has a voice, but you get your voice heard on a bigger stage. And for me, that's really important to be able to share more about that work that I've been doing for so long, and being able to talk about, for me, it's SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 5, gender equality, to be able to act on those SDGs at my level and maybe implement some programs in local schools here in Belgium. And I think with the Miss International title, I could really get that impact and help on a bigger scale in the financial education system, actually. So yes, that's what I would do for sure.
That's an amazing initiative, and as said earlier, that financial literacy is very important aspect for everyone of all of us, because lots of people earn so much of money, but they don't know how to finance that, how to
Mhm.
manage that. So it's also important to learn how to earn and how to save money at the same
Yes.
time, because that's where I think most of people lack, and even I do lack in that aspect sometimes. I'm also learning.
It's very tough, even for me who used to work in finance. Saving, budgeting, investing, those are very sensitive topics. Some people ignore them altogether. Some women are unfortunately falling prey to abusive partners that financially
Yeah.
abuse them. So I wanted to act against that, and I thought, wow, I have skills, I have knowledge, I have experience that I could share. And with social media, with Instagram, I can reach people in places where my travels wouldn't bring me, and I still have that impact wherever in the world. So for me, it was really important to assess where I can help, where I can provide, and where I could be of use to others. And for me, my financial background seemed like a very obvious answer to that issue. So yes, that's how I act on it.
That's an amazing choice and aspect to act on it. And I think this would definitely help you to give your best in the Miss International competition because, as said earlier,
Mhm.
financial literacy is the global aspect that we all should learn. And
Yeah.
how better it would be that the reigning Miss International has that purpose and that project of promoting financial literacy all over the, all over the world. So that would be amazing to have.
And it goes beyond the title. For me, I got the impulsion after starting pageantry a year and a half ago, but
Yeah.
it's work that I continue no matter what. Even if I'm not competing, I'm still posting, I'm still sharing about that because it's a cause that I will really hold dear to my heart forever. And it goes way beyond pageant. So it's really my life purpose now.
That's so true and good to know. So moving on to the next question, and I hope this would be a difficult question to answer. So who is your favorite Miss International?
It's very difficult to say. For me, it's between Kylie Versosa, Miss International 2016, and probably Jasmine, Miss International 2022. Because Jasmine, she was the first European in a while, and I thought, oh wow, maybe I could make it one day. And she comes from Supra, so she was someone who inspires me because I think she made me think, wow, I can be like her. I can do what she achieved, and I want people to think the same about my own journey. So inspiring others and being inspired by them is really something I feel very important. Is very important in my life. And Kylie Versosa from the Philippines, she is incredibly successful. She's
Yeah.
an actress. She is influencing. She goes to all these shows, and she really also has impactful social work because she has a very massive platform. So those are very inspiring queens, and I'm sure maybe we will meet former queens at the Miss International pageant this year. And I can't wait to meet them in person and to talk to them. And the current queen also, I follow her journey. She's a fashion queen from Vietnam, so I really love the brand and what the women stand for. And I hope to be part of that lineup one day, or at least in the top 20, top 15, being able to be noted by the organization. But we will see. We are working on it still.
And hopefully, when I will interview maybe any Miss International contestant next year, and whenever I will ask that question to them that, who is your favorite Miss International? So I hope that they will name you.
We are manifesting. Thank you for helping in the manifestation. But yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, I will keep that
manifestation.
in mind to
Manifestation
motivate
is
me.
very powerful. Like I have manifested so many things, and those things have happened in my life. So I do believe in manifestation strongly.
I do too. If I'm an international beauty queen now, it's because I believed that I could, and I didn't know it was impossible. So I just did it. You have to really be delusional sometimes, and it will sometimes bring you in unexpected places, and it will always bring you
Yeah,
where you belong and where you should end up anyway. So believe in your fate and your destiny, and you will get there.
that's so true. So moving on to the next question, and this question I think would be super good, funny to answer. So if you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? Or maybe you can answer that in the way of competing in Miss International, like something that will help you in Miss International.
For me, for Miss International, it would be to be able to be at different places at one time because I really enjoy talking about financial literacy specifically. And I was always thinking, but I can't be everywhere all at once. I can't be in this school, in this university, in this conference room. But if I had the power to um, duplicate myself, maybe
Yeah,
I could do that. But my way of resolving the issue that I don't have the superpower, even I don't know if you could call that an issue or a shortcoming, but my way of going against that is being online and sharing content on Instagram because it's a way to be present in one place, but for many different people. So in a way, that's what I'm doing right now. That's my superpower currently.
that's an amazing superpower to have. Like, I think this would also save your time. This would also save your money. This would also save lots of things for you. So amazing
Yes,
superpower. And I really
work
want
smarter,
to
not harder.
exactly because time and money are very important, and this would save a
Mhm.
lot of tons of that.
Yes, I know. But thankfully with the social media era, you can do that. And people are watching right now all over the world. So I can be in many different places at once thanks to social media, even if I don't have superpowers.
And yesterday night I wanted to have noodles, but
Hmm.
I'm on diet and I'm working on my body and physique. So I really wanted to taste noodles, but I just hope that one day I will have a superpower of eating as much as I can, everything that I can, but I'm not gaining weight in calories. I really want to have that superpower.
It reminds me a bit of, Miss Universe 97, Brooke Lee, when they asked her what would she do if there was no
Yeah.
rules in the world, and she said that she would eat everything. It reminds me a bit of that answer, so I think it's iconic what you said.
And I was telling my mom that I really want to eat noodles yesterday night, but my mom was strictly saying this thing that no, you are working on your body. You have to compete in future. You can't. You have to control your cravings. So you can't eat noodles. Just go to
Mhm.
sleep.
Just go to sleep. Okay. I love your mother's advice.
She's very savage.
I love that. Love the Indian mothers for sure.
All right. So moving on to next question,
Mhm.
and the question is from one of our pageant fan. So just imagine that you are in top two of Miss International. So, with which country or with which girl you would want to hold hands in top two? I know it's a difficult question to answer, but like still, if you want to answer that,
Mhm. I would love, we will see when we meet in person, but I have Miss Indonesia coming to mind, and also Miss India for sure. Those are like very incredible, accomplished women that I can't wait to meet in person. So maybe we could all hold hands, all three of us on stage, maybe a top three. And it's interesting because both countries start with the same three letters, Indonesia, India. So maybe it's a sign from the
yeah,
universe. We will see. But yeah, those are very incredibly accomplished women, and being able to be with them, and even the whole Miss International contestants batch are incredible women. And I can't believe every year when I'm doing an international pageant that I am standing next to these women on stage, that I am part of the group, that I can represent my country, and that I can be an example for people, because those women are looked up to, but so am I. So it's really about meeting these women in person and see how it plays out. But I'm excited to meet Miss Indonesia and Miss India in person, Miss Japan, and everyone for sure. But those are the two that come into mind for sure.
that's so amazing. And again, it's a difficult question to answer because you
Yes.
never know that with whom you might be in top two and with whom you might become
Mhm.
best friends for life. And we never know this thing. But yeah, that would be amazing to have you, Indonesia, and India in top three. That would be amazing. Dream top three.
We'll see. Manifesting. We will see how it plays out. But pre-arrival, that's how I feel right now. Yes.
That's amazing, and we will see that and hope for the best. So we
Mhm.
have the last question for you, and I just hope that you will get the chance to answer this question. And I think it's an obvious question to answer. So the question is, why should you be the next Miss International?
Mhm. For me, being Miss International, the first one from Belgium, is about sharing more than or delicious chocolates and waffles with everyone with the international stage. It's about bringing financial literacy to the forefront, being able to reach more people in places where I wouldn't be able to travel, being able to amplify my voice, and being a leader of opinion for other women that want to use their skills and their knowledge to inspire others. So for me, being Miss International goes beyond the pageant. It's really about being the representative, not only for your country, but also for your organization. And I would be very proud to be the first ever Miss Belgium, the first ever Belgian woman to be the Miss International Pageant Queen. So for me, it's really about impact, representing your country and representing the brand.
That's actually a winning answer. Like, just imagine this question. If this would have been the final Q&A, we would have won the Miss International crown.
It's the hardest question. Every time I train for a pageant, I'm like, I don't know how to answer this question. I really, you can throw any question at me, because I really enjoy interview. I really enjoy on stage questions, as you've seen before. But
Yeah.
this question, it's so deep, and it's the most important one. It's the one that you need to be able to answer the best. And it's the most challenging one, because you really have to question yourself. Why are you in this? Why are you doing this pageant? Why do you want to win? And what do you bring to the organization? Because it's very easy to take this question and to think, I want to be Miss whatever because I want to be the winner. No, it's about what do you bring to the organization? How can you bring the organization's brand to the next level? How can you serve the organization? How can you represent it? It's not just about you, it's about representing the brand. So it goes beyond just a selfish objective. It's really about having an impact and representing an organization that wants you as their ambassador.
That's so well said. And I remember this thing that when I was competing for a competition, so one of the judges asked me this question that why should you be the winner of this competition and why you
Mhm.
should not be the winner of this competition.
Oh,
And
wow.
as I said earlier, like I love giving interviews and I love taking interviews. I love to answer questions, and I always imagine this thing that I'm being interviewed by media and people, and I'm
Mhm.
answering the questions. So I always love that part. But for the very first time, I was numb in that question. Like, how do I answer this? Like, why should you be the winner, and why you should not be the
Mhm.
winner? So I think I took at least 1 or 2 minutes to answer that question because we had 5 minutes to answer. So in the
Mhm.
initial 2 minutes, I was just thinking, like, how to answer this question. It's so difficult to answer.
Yeah, and it's the most important one because it's easy to answer questions about you and yourself, but here you have to turn the question outwards. It's not about what your favorite movie is or what your advocacy is or what advice you would give to your younger self. It's about what do you bring to the table, and that's very
Yeah.
hard even in job interviews when they ask you why should we hire you, and you have to think why me and not someone else. So it turns you inwards and also outwards, and that's the challenge in that question. But that's why it's the most interesting and the most important one.
That's so well said. And because when the question is about that, why you and why not someone else? So you
Mm-hmm.
also have this thing in your mind that okay, I can answer that, but I think it should not go negative in a way because they're
Yeah.
also saying this, asking this thing that why that person should not be the winner and why you should be the winner. So you have to
Yeah.
keep that thing in mind as well that it should not go somewhere negative in
Hmm.
terms of answer. So yeah, very difficult to answer.
For sure, but that's what's exciting about it. That's why everyone is anticipating that question specifically because you're thinking, how would she go about that? Because when you ask a pageant question to a non-pageant person, they're always stuck. If you ask a random person like, "What is the biggest regret
Yeah,
in your life?" They're always thinking like, "Oh, I wait, I don't know." But you know that the pageant girl has the answer ready to go. She knows how to go about that type of question. But yeah, pageant questions are very challenging, and people don't get that enough. They need to watch pageants more and top five questions because they're really tough and they're really challenging. But that's what's fun about it. That's what's fun about the whole pageant discipline. Surely.
exactly. And after that competition, you won't believe this thing. I watched all the pageants available on YouTube, the final Q&A. Like from
Mhm.
Miss Universe, Miss Earth, Miss International, Mr. World, Mrs. Supernational, everyone.
Wow,
I
that's
just watched
dedication.
everything. Yeah, and that was fun though. All right. We're done with all the questions from my side. And before we end
Mhm.
this live, we are going to do one last segment, and that is what if you win? So I will announce this thing that Miss International 2025 is Belgium, and you have to give a winning reaction. Like, how will you react if you win? So
Yes.
just imagine, hypothetical situation, you, Indonesia and India are in top three, and I'm the host announcing the results from Tokyo, Japan.
Hmm.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Miss International 2025 is Belgium.
I would wave and I would thank everyone in
Will
the
you cry?
audience. I
Will
would
you
thank
cry
the
on stage?
judges. I would cry for sure, I think, because it's the culmination of so many years of hard work and so many weeks there and so many activities and so many emotions. And it's the culmination, it's the ultimate point of your journey. It's like the coronation of your entire journey. So I think that it gets very emotional because um, it just represents more than just a 3 hour show. It's about your whole journey. And when I got the title of Miss International Belgium, I didn't cry, but I just couldn't stop smiling. You could not stop me from smiling. My cheeks were not even hurting from smiling so long, surprisingly enough. But it's just like you radiate joy, you radiate a satisfaction, and you think, okay, I did all of this for a reason. It all worked out. I am where I'm supposed to be. So I think that's why the emotions come out because it's such an intense journey, and we will see how it plays out. But I am working very hard, and I surrender myself to the journey. Whatever happens, happens. But I am very excited to represent my country, to be back in an international pageant, to be back in one where I feel like we are a good fit. So we will see how it plays. But yes, I am ready. I am very ready, more than ready, for sure.
That's amazing to know. And if you win this year, the Miss International crown, I think that not only be the coronation of yourself, of your victory, but that would also be the crowning of your failures, of your learnings, of your experience, of
Hmm.
everything that you have gone through in your life. So I think that would be the accumulation of everything that you have gone through and your failures, your success, your story, your journey, your injuries, everything.
Hmm.
And that would be the
Exactly.
ultimate victory for you.
Yes, even placing for a country like Belgium is enormous, is an honor. So we will see. how it goes. But yes, you need to aim for the stars. No, you have to aim for the moon to land in the stars, I think is how the saying goes. So you have to aim for the crown, you have to aim for the best. But I do surrender myself. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just surrendering. I'm just doing my best, preparing to the best of my ability, and I will do my best for the crown. And I really want Belgium to be recognized on the Miss International stage because it's challenging. It's a small country, but it's possible. I think it's really possible. So working hard on it, working hard and ready.
It's definitely possible, and we hope the best to you and for you at for the Miss International competition. And yeah, that's all from our side. We're done with all the questions. And thank you so much again for giving this opportunity to us for having an interview with you. And we wish the best of luck to you for Miss International journey. And we can't wait to support and cheer for you for the journey. And if you need any help, you can just message us for your journey.
Sounds good. My pleasure. I really appreciate having those conversations. They're really good practice for interview as well. So you are helping out the queens without even knowing it. No, I really appreciate being back on your page and having this conversation. And I
Yeah,
really appreciate the support from India, from you and your team. So thank you for that.
it's our pleasure, and have a good day and all the best for Miss International.
Same for you. Have a beautiful day and thanks for having me.